Hi. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for being here, for following along with this series. It means a lot to me that you are taking this journey with me. I want to take a few minutes to unpack something that's been woven through the first couple of posts, something I've alluded to, but I think deserves a bit more space. And it's this notion of being sealed. There is this idea I've encountered, and maybe you have too, that when someone has been deeply hurt, or especially someone that you know with a long history of trauma or abuse, that all they really need is love. That if you just love them enough, if you show up consistently and pour love into them and shower them with love, that will be enough to heal them. And it's such a beautiful intention, but often that doesn't happen. Often the person doesn't seem to soften or receive that love, and the giver can start to feel frustrated, even hurt, seeing it as a rejection of their love or even them. I've experienced this myself. But here's the thing, when someone is sealed, they can't actually receive that love, not because they don't want to, but if you think of love as water and the person or yourself as hydrophobic soil, with somebody who is sealed, that love can't go in, just like the water can't go into the soil. You know, part of what I'm exploring in this series is what it means to begin breaking that and to slowly open. Um, I can think of an example from literature to illustrate what I'm saying. It's from a novel that you may have read called White Oleander by an author named Janet Fitch, a best-selling novel, very, very popular, easy to come across. It tells the story of a young girl who enters the foster care system at the age of 12 after having a very intense, tightly woven, bonded relationship with her mother. And the novel follows this girl as she goes from foster home to foster home to foster home. Many of them are traumatic and unstable, as you can imagine. But eventually she lands in a loving home, a home where the woman who's caring for her offers her real tenderness, safety, and loving attention. And in that environment, this girl begins to blossom. She softens and she starts to bloom. And it's in the way that people hope that survivors will bloom when they are finally offered love and care. Um, but not every survivor can do that right away. Like I said, some of us are more like hydrophobic soil, the kind that even when you pour water on it, it doesn't absorb a drop and the water just kind of beads off and rolls off the surface. So when love meets a sealed person, it can feel like that. So healing has to come first. The seal has to soften and be broken. Safety has to be felt slowly over time before that love or comfort can be taken in. So I'm exploring some of that in this series. I'm exploring, not just the stories themselves, but the things underneath the stories, the internal terrain, the mechanisms of survival, and, the slow, hopeful, careful opening that becomes possible over time. So I'll leave you with that for now. Uh, but I also wanted to take this opportunity to invite you to join me for a special gathering at the end of the series, live online on Sunday, August the 31st, which happens to be the day after my birthday. You can think of it as a kind of a closing ritual for the series. I'll be sharing more details in the days to come, but it will be ceremonial. It will be intimate. There will be sharing. It will include a Q&A and a giveaway. So stay tuned and mark your calendars. Again, I am so glad that you are here. I am so grateful for your company on this journey, and I'm looking forward to sharing what's still to come. See you soon.